Hello everyone, I am Super Mario Sonic Lover, and welcome to my next Let's Play, Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. Or, again, since I don't have a SNES, I'm playing this on the Wii Virtual Console, but even still, it's basically the same game. I'm using the classic controller, since that's like the only controller I can really use for this game, because like Wii U doesn't have like a port for the GameCube controller. Like, I don't know if the GameCube adapter would work, but I wouldn't be able to test that because I don't even have it. So we're gonna have to just like use the classic controller. And as you can see from Mario C, I've 100% of this game before, and that's actually for a C's Brain run, which is probably not going to be shown for quite a while, but yeah, basically I'm going to be going through this game 100%. So yeah, let's see how things go. Welcome. This is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser is at it again. And there we go. Simple start to the game. Nothing else to say. Peach is kidnapped. Go save her. Hello. Hello. Sorry, I can't do a Yoshi voice. Sorry, I'm not home, but I have gone to rescue my friends who are captured by Bowser. Yoshi. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't really need to be to go to Yoshi's house, but hey. So there's two types. Did we seriously just do that? Okay. I want to stress this now. I'm not the best at this game. Like, I'm definitely not, like, the worst player in the world, and, well, I say that, but then I died, like, in the first 2 seconds of the first level, but, yeah, I'm not the best at this game, but I wouldn't say I'm, like, the worst player in the world, but even still, I'm gonna try my best to, like, get, 100%. Since I did do that for the C's Brain run, and I do feel like I can do it again. There might be some parts of the LP where I'm going to be a little bit more quiet, because I would need to concentrate a few times, because this game does not pull any punches at some points. A lot of the times, like, especially in later levels, you really need to be at your A game if you want to, like, get all the stuff and all that. One thing I'm not gonna... Okay, let's see what this is. You know, hold in extra item in the book. Okay, so that's... Basically what that's saying is that if you get a power-up and, you're, like, you've already got, like, a fire flower or something, the power-up that you just got after will, go up in that box at the top of the screen, and if you want to use that item, you have to press minus, I believe. So that's gonna come in real handy later on. But yeah, this game definitely requires you to be at your A game. It's definitely one of the hardest 2D Mario games, but it never feels unfair like some sections in Mario 3 for me. Like, whereas that game felt like it was like Lost Levels tier, like during World 8 for me, it never comes to that point here. A lot of the challenge feels fair. Like, a lot of the fails I suffered in that dairy level was just me being a complete dunce. But yeah, it's definitely my favorite 2D Mario game. I'll get more into that as we go through the game, but I think it has like the best balance of like challenge, and it doesn't like overdo things too much. Like, I guess you can argue that the Superstar Road challenges are a bit too much to handle sometimes, but they're like they're meant to be the hardest levels in the game, so. And also it's optional. A lot of the challenging stuff you do in this game, you never really have to do it, because like it comes from secret exits, secret levels, and stuff like that. So, like, not to say that the main game is like easy or anything. Like, the first time I went through this game, I got my butt kicked like a lot, many times, and well, I'm still not the best at this game, as you can probably tell, but I don't know, like the difficulty if you're just going to Bowser, it's like average, I'd say, but it's still it can still challenge you quite a lot, so you still have to be pretty careful. However, if you're going for like 100%, like all secret exits, all secret levels and stuff, then you're gonna be in for one hell of a ride, let me tell you. Hooray! Thank you for rescuing me. My name is Yoshi. On my way to rescue my friends, Bowser trapped me in that egg. And you're gonna be in a lot more eggs later on in the series, so you're gonna have to get used to it. You're gonna have to get used to that, I'm afraid. Anyways, though, so we have our main, I guess, for lack of a better word, gimmick for this game, which is Yoshi, our pet dinosaur. So basically, Mario 3 introduced a heck ton of new items and power-ups. And while this game, it has a decent supply of power-ups, but nowhere near as much as the third game did. So basically, to compromise for that, we have a new power here, Yoshi. And what he can do, as you can probably tell by now, and what you should know at this point, really, is that Yoshi can eat enemies and all that good and fruit like that little thing here. Yeah, like, and that really helps. So you can eat tons of enemies. Some actually give Yoshi a different like ability, like shooting 3 balls of fire, and also if you eat enough fruit, you actually get like an item or something that Yoshi will poop out. And also, he kind of gives you a second jump. Like, if you, like, jump, and then press the Mount Off Yoshi button, you do, like, a second jump. But I don't want to use that too much, because it's basically a Yoshi suicide. So, in some situations. Like, if you can't reach a platform, like, just enough, then you can just, like, ditch Yoshi and just make that jump. But it does kill Yoshi off in the process, which I'm not really a fan of. I'll use it if I have to, but I don't want to kill off poor Yoshi. Because Yoshis have feelings too. But yeah, you don't really have to worry about this, but basically the secondary objective, I suppose, is that as Yoshi told you, his friends have been captured by Bowser and all that. Every Yoshi, like, the Yoshis are in all the castles, like, well, there's one in each castle, and you'll basically just save them when you beat the boss. You don't really have to worry about, like, any specifics. You're still gonna have to, you're still just playing a game like normal. Just get to the end, and there's nothing really to worry about. It's just a little, I guess, an extra thing that's going on in the game. So, you know. But yeah, I'm not gonna bother with getting all the Yoshi coins, or the dragon coins, or whatever they're called. Basically, there's at least 5 in every level, and each, whenever you get 5, it will grant you a 1-up. I'm gonna get the ones that I can find, and, like, all that, but it really doesn't affect your percentage overall, so I'm not gonna bother going back if we missed any. So, yeah, we're not going to be worrying about all those. But they can help. Like, again, this game can be pretty challenging when you're going for 100%. So I'm going to be trying to get all the Koopa coins I can, like, get. And find and all that. So yeah, you're probably wondering about this whole bonus star thing. Basically, as you can see, if you hit the little bar at the end of a level, you get like a star count, and the the higher the bar is when you get it, the more star points you'll get, and when you get to 100, you'll do a little mini game that can help you earn a ton of extra lives. And I'm going to be using that a lot because you get a ton of extra lives in that little mini game, and again, I'm going to need all those extra lives, especially considering we're doing all the bonus stuff. So yeah, and again, Yoshi can eat pretty much anything, so that can really help you out a lot. There are some levels that you can't use Yoshi in, but one thing I do like about in this game, that's not in any of the new Super Mario Bros. Games, is that Yoshi isn't, like, designed for specific levels. And, well, that can be a good thing for the new series in some aspects, but I just prefer the fact that you can just use Yoshi in pretty much any level. Like, when you get Yoshi, he's with you until, like, you go to a castle or a Boo level, both of which will be playing a little bit later. But yeah, I just like the fact that you can bring Yoshi around in your adventure and not have to worry about him being exclusive to certain levels. Because that was my main issue with Mario Wii. Like, I kind of get that they wanted to make Yoshi more situational in some way. Like, oh, we want to make this level in particular more centered around Yoshi, so let's make it more suited for him. I just prefer like being able to choose whether or not you want to keep Yoshi, because in this game, more often than not, Yoshi helps. Like, having Yoshi around benefits you. I guess it's not so much in the other 2D games, but at least in this one, Yoshi being around is almost always a plus. So anytime where you can get a Yoshi, then I recommend to, like, try and get him out of the egg and all that. There are some instances where it is actually worse to have Yoshi around, but those are very specific parts of the game, and they're not exactly common, but they do exist. So yeah, we have our first castle level of the game. This is, I'd say these are possibly the hardest castles in the series, because there's so much that's trying to kill you, and it can be pretty hectic sometimes. Like, it never becomes lost levels stupid, but it can definitely test your skills. So yeah, you have to be careful. And that happened. Alright, so we just get this guy over here. Wrong way, come on. Yeah, you just have to keep bouncing on his head, and eventually he falls into the lava. And he's done. And again, like in Mario 3, we're going up against the Koopalings. Except in this game, though, they all feel drastically different from one another. It's not like Mario 3 where they just have a wand and they like do basically similar things, but what was it? They basically do similar things, but they also they sometimes have different moves. Like Wendy had that ring thing, I believe, and stuff like that. But in this game, all of the fights are drastically different. So yeah, it keeps things fresh, I suppose. But even still, the enemies are pretty easy regardless. The Koopaling fights are pretty easy regardless. Maybe even easier than Mario 3, which is kind of funny because they were already pretty pathetic in that game anyway. But hey, I'm not really complaining though, because it can be kind of annoying going through like a really hard castle level and just ending up dying in the boss fight, and then you have to like do a whole section of the world level again. So I'm not too fussed that the boss fights are easy in this game, but I guess they could have upped the challenge a tad, but you know, I'm not gonna complain. It's really just a whatever thing for me. Because like Mario bosses have never really been known for being like super difficult, so I'm not really gonna complain too much about that.